Welcome. I have a hole in my lip. Water bottles love to do that to me. So if you've joined us early, welcome. So happy to have you here. We will be doing an all levels yoga class today. So get yourself whatever you need, your water, your blankets, blocks, mat. For those of you who came early, you may want to allow for time to arrive, being able to take a few deep breaths on your own while releasing the day and coming into this present moment. To be honest with you, I would step away and change shirts, but one, it's water. Two, it's Wednesday, it's hump day. So, I'm surprised I haven't run into a door frame yet. Knock on wood. 2021, anything can happen, right? So, probably by the time that we start this wonderful yoga session today, all of that water that came from the hole in my lip will maybe dry out. For those of you who this is the first time coming to my class, not only welcome, but a wonderful opportunity if you get here early to take a few moments to reconnect breath, body, and mind. You may notice that I have subtle noises in the background of my room, a little water feature, a clock that makes a metronome type of noise. Wind chimes. Just the gentle ambiance. Maybe that invites you to let your eyes soften. And notice where the ground has easily supported you this morning, this afternoon. Wonderful chance to be curious about the noises that you hear within your own environment. I find the practice of meditation, whether it's moving meditation through yoga postures and a yoga practice, or walking or seated meditation. But allowing for your environment to be acknowledged in your mind. Noting noises outside of the room. Can put your mind at ease. And sway any judgment or anxiety about the noises that we hear. First, externally in the environment we're in, outside of the room, inside of the room. And finally arriving to your destination within. Taking a moment, maybe you close your eyes or you just soften the focus. And as you take a deep breath in, notice how you feel, checking in with your starting point today. Giving yourself the permission just to note from the top of your head down to the bottom of your feet any tension, any resistance, any defenses that may be activated at this time. Just as we noticed the noises outside, inside the room, now being aware of any distractions that have your mind wandering. And as you notice, as these things come up for you in body, in mind, or in breath, maybe your breath feels a little staggered, a little quickened, or just sporadic. These are just the notations. This isn't the definition of who you are. It's just noticing right now what seems to exist. Just as if you were looking around for the first time in a space. Just releasing any judgment, but just simply notating what you see, what you hear, what you feel. And as we get into our yoga practice today, maybe you are encouraged to release some of those feelings or hold on to some of that gratitude or observation. As I utilize my yoga practice to find the calm within, it also helps me not to have to control the chaos without. And so as you find yourself here in this moment, maybe you're just coming to get yourself settled in for our noon all levels class. Maybe you've been with me since I tuned in to our YouTube channel. But for these next 5 minutes, as we all gather to begin our practice, I will invite you to take these moments and these opportunities to connect your breath, your mind, and your body. And maybe allowing for your hands to come together, the left hand cradling the right, letting the palms rest in a cup-like shape, bringing the tips of your thumbs together as you rest your elbows and your forearms on your thighs or your knees. Finding new beginnings. Allowing for the wisdom that you have acquired through your life, through your experiences. To draw from the top of your head down to your tailbone, or maybe where you feel your hands connect. Finding the sensation of a long spine. And soft facial muscles. This mudra that I have introduced to you today may be familiar. It may be the first time you've used it. Notice how it feels. Not all mudras are alike, just like not all shapes are alike. Some you will find instantly you connect with and you enjoy, almost as if you've always known it. Others, not so much. But I encourage you to give yourself permission to let your eyelids grow heavy and draw your awareness inward. As you let your mind connect with the wave of your breath. Invite your head, your shoulders, and your hips to grow heavy. If you've just joined in our practice today, no worries, you're not late, you're right on time. I just enjoy taking a few minutes and moments to ground and settle myself. And I know a few of you out there could use just a few breaths or two, just to arrive, to let everything wash off of your body, float out of your mind as you just connect with your mat. You connect with the rise and the fall of your chest as you breathe in through the nose. Letting everything go that comes up for you in breath, body, and mind as you exhale out through the mouth. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through your mouth. Welcome if you're just joining us. My name is Beth Evans, and I am your humble guide through your Wednesday, all levels, noon practice. Couldn't be more smack dab in the middle of everything, but yet to join this class means that you have established a centering point. And so no matter how your day, how your week was going, you have an opportunity here to check in. Check in and see what's up for you. Notice what you intentionally like, have gratitude for, and want to hold on to. And notice what may feel heavy, stagnant, or even make you feel tense and stressed. Noticing all of these is just taking a moment to be observant and to being intentional and present so that you can choose now. Now is the only time we have. So through the next 45 minutes that you take with me, just check in with yourself. Note how you're feeling. Know what you'd like to hold on to, what feels good, what feels right, what feels natural. And release anything that comes up for you, making you feel tense, anxious, stressed out, nervous, finding judgment, or a quickened pace of breath. This is all about you. And it is my honor to be your guide through this practice. So as we get ourselves settled in the practice today, maybe you shake out your legs. Find any fluidity through your legs, through your toes, through your ankles. Welcoming yourself to the mat. You might just have gotten here, or maybe you're racing to get here. So take your time. There's no hurry. There's no rush. When you get here, you get here. We're happy to have you either way. And then bring your legs together. Maybe they come into a butterfly, bringing your feet together. Maybe you allow them to cross at the ankles or underneath your knees. Wherever you are, I'd like you to just rock back and forth just slightly so that you can ensure that your hip bones are level and your butt bones are plugged in or pressed into your mat, into the earth. A wonderful way to ensure a nice long spine is to let your tailbone be free. As if you actually had a tail, you wouldn't cram it under your sits bones. That would make them uneven, and you'd rock back and forth, not noticing. But with the tailbone free, you're more plugged in, and you might even feel the length of your spine going all the way up to the crown of your head, the very top of your head. You can tuck your chin slightly, just pulling your chin over your chest, over your hips, nice long stacked spine here, and hands can be on shoulders, on knees, on thighs, or maybe at your heart center. Just taking a moment and letting your chin tuck into your chest. Let your shoulders come away from your ears and down your back. I invite you to let your eyes grow fuzzy, releasing the focus. And if it's comfortable for you today, even closing your eyes, letting your lids grow heavy. Take 3 breaths here, checking in with yourself, just noticing if there's any distraction you may have brought in the room with you. Being responsible and allowing yourself to release anything that you don't want to hold on to. Being responsible for the energy that you have in this moment, choosing now instead of the past or the future. So just take 2 more breaths here, releasing any distraction, enjoying and filling up on this moment of gratitude or presence. We'll begin with breath work, and then we'll start with a warm-up followed by a slight and gentle all levels flow. Once we found the peak and the pinnacle of our practice today, we will start a cool down, lengthening and finding detoxification before finally settling into resting, letting your body absorb the benefits of the entire practice and coming full circle with your self-care. So if that sounds good, take a nice deep breath in, draw your shoulders up towards your ears. Let's go ahead and get started by just finding all the stress we can, and then exhaling it, letting your hands and your shoulders and your jaw soften as you let it go. Flutter your eyes open. And let's begin with Ujjayi breath today. This is going to be a breath that warms the body. It also helps for detoxifying because it really warms up the body, the organs, allowing for detoxification. So as we utilize this breath, we will be breathing in and out through the nose, zipping our lips together. You might find a slight constriction to the back of your throat, almost like you were taking a swallow, or a slight constriction as if to make a snoring effect, or like the ocean waves. So as we begin, once again, finding your roots or finding your hips level, pull your belly button in, like zipping up a jacket, sit up nice and tall, let your shoulders soften. Hands relax. And your lips seal as you inhale through the nose, sipping in, and then exhale through the nose, letting go all the way down to the bottom of your diaphragm. Let's do that 4 more times. Inhale. Clearing the esophagus, warming the vocal cords. Exhale through the nose. Good job. Again, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Last one. Release any manipulation of your breath. Allow your eyes to grow heavy and just go back to your natural breath cycle. If you wish to set an intention, maybe you would like to let go or to carry through something on this journey, the journey of the self through the self. Or maybe you'd just like to know how you feel in this moment. Checking in periodically through our practice to find that calm in any moment helps you to find your calm off the mat in the world. Nice deep breath in to set any intention. And a cleansing exhale as we release our hands by our sides. Let your legs come out long. Stretch them out. Good. Maybe rotate the ankles and point the toes, rotating them one way and then the other. Opposites to be true. We're going to do some seated warm-ups here first, so your legs can stay out long, or if preferred, please do cross them opposite ankle on top of the other so that you're creating symmetry and balance throughout your body. We will be practicing balance as well today. So all of the tips can be utilized throughout our practice, especially focusing on letting your breath initiate each movement. That keeps the connection, the unity, the yoga, breath, mind, and body. So bringing your hands to your knees, sit up nice and tall, pull your shoulders down your back as you lift your chest. Maybe you look up. This is seated cat-cow. So as you exhale, tuck your chin, roll your shoulders and your hips inward as your belly button pulls back to the back of the room. With your inhale, you press your shoulders back, lifting through the chest and heart, maybe chin lifts, head drops. Exhale, rolling forward in towards the belly, everything coming in as you roll through the spine. 2 more here. The inhale draws hips and shoulders back. When we exhale, pulls the belly in and up through the ribs as chin tucks. Last one here. Using that Ujjayi breath allows for the detoxifying, warming through the body, allowing for the sweat and the pores to activate, and coming back to seated. Nice. Inhale your arms up and overhead. Stretch the fingers, let your palms touch together. Bend at your elbows and exhale, bring your hands behind the nape of your neck. Inhale, arms come up. Straight arms, pendulum swing them forward, fingertips level with your shoulders. Good. Now we're going to inhale and lift the chest, look up, and exhale, pull the fingertips forward as you pull the belly and spine back. Good. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do that 2 more times. So follow along. Belly button comes in and up. Inhale, arms wide and high. Spread your fingers. Maybe a smile on your face. Chin can be neutral or look up, chin up, palms touch. Exhale, bend your elbows forward, fingers and hands pull behind your head. Inhale as you lengthen, stretch biceps up by your ears. Exhale, hands, arms come forward, straight arms. Exhale, hands come to the heart center. Last time, let's speed it up, shall we? Inhale, arms come wide and high. Look up, chin up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands come behind. Reverse prayer here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, reach forward, shoulders in line. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good job. Tuck your chin to your chest. Nice inhale, lengthen, shoulders relax. Exhale, hands down by your sides. Press into your right hand. Left hand comes up. Now your fingertips can stop just right over your shoulder. If you wish to deepen, maybe you press into your hips as you reach up and over, bend through the right elbow. Maybe you look up, pulling your shoulder back, bicep by your ears. One more reach through the fingertips as you inhale all the way back up, hand plants. Planting your left hand, inhale, right arm comes up, fingertips can stop over the shoulder, finding the stretch through your side body. If you'd like a little bit more, bend at the left elbow as you reach through the right fingertips, finding length through the side. Pull your right shoulder back. One more here. Good. Coming back through center. Let's inhale our arms up only to a T where your fingertips are in line with your shoulders. Exhale, bring your hands together. And then inhale as you bring your hands to your heart. Exhale as you reach out. And inhale as you reach wide, palms face down. 2 more times. Inhale, palms face forward, hands come together. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Good. Inhale, bring your arms out straight. And exhale as you open up, palms face down. Good. Inhale, palms rotate forward, pressing palms, biceps, forearms. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, fingertips come out, long, straight arms. Exhale, arms open wide, shoulder blades engage, palms roll down. Press your hands down by your side. Shrug your shoulders forward or shrug your shoulders backwards, whichever you need to do, but one at a time. And then left shoulder and right shoulder and both shoulders. Good. And pause. Inhale and look over your right shoulder. Exhale and just tuck your chin down slightly. Let's hold it here for a breath as you press into your sits bones, lengthen through your spine. Pull your belly button in as you inhale, chin comes neutral. Exhale, gaze comes back to center. Inhale, looking over your left shoulder, doing the exact same thing. Exhale, tuck your chin slightly. Now take a nice deep breath here as you sit up, pulling your shoulders away from your ears, just finding the length through your spine. Inhale, draw the chin back to neutral. Exhale, bring your gaze back forward. Good job. Tuck your chin into your chest. And as you exhale, simply roll over towards the right shoulder. Maybe you drop right ear to right shoulder. Let your shoulders and your jaw soften. Feel it through the left side, opening through the side of your neck. And as you exhale, belly button pulls in, roll your chin back to neutral. Inhale all the way over to the left side, dropping left ear to left shoulder. Soften your jaw and shoulders down your back. Good. Inhale, lengthen, get long through the spine. That allows for your shoulders to soften and a natural length. One more here. You're doing great. And allow your chin to tuck as you exhale back to neutral. Inhale and draw your chin so it's level with the mat. And let's go ahead and draw ourselves into some twists. So bring your left leg in, flex your right toes back. Your thighs should be connected to the outside edge of the ribs. Sit up nice and tall, toes are flexed. If you wish, you can deepen this twist by allowing the exhale to draw your gaze over your left shoulder. Sit up nice and tall. There's one more here, just working on the internal organ compression. Slow release back to center and release your left leg, shaking out both legs, letting some fluidity get back into the thighs, into the quads, and then opposite leg, right knee comes up. Doesn't matter where you plant your right foot. It can be all the way down by your ankle. It just wants to allow for the length and the strength of your spine as you take this twist. Pull your opposite toes back, sit up nice and tall, find the interlace that works. Exhale over the right shoulder, and here we stay. Inhale, find the length, and exhale, gaze deepens your twist. Slowly and gently, chin comes back to the center, and you release your hands and you shake it out. Rotate the ankles, open and close the hands, move the limbs in your body. Maybe you shake your arms and your legs as we're going to come to tabletop. So from here, our tabletop will be very brief. Let's take a few deep breaths in as we pull our stomach down and lift our hips and our shoulders. And then exhale as we roll forward, rolling everything in towards the belly. Inhale, lengthen, shoulders pull down to the hips. And the deep exhale. This is just the last one. We're just warming up. Nice. And find your way to a tabletop. Pull the belly button in. Nice deep breath in. And pull the right leg back. Now your right leg is going to come back. I'm going to show you both ways here. But this is an all levels class. So maybe it is a little easier on your lower back for you to drop your right toes. You'll still find the length if you pull your shoulders away from your ears. So whichever way you prefer to be, hold it here. Take a nice deep breath and lift opposite arm. Left arm, bicep by your ears. Nice deep breath here. And come back to tabletop. Maybe you look over your shoulder and out at your hip And then the opposite to be true, or you take a cat-cow. Depends on how you feel. We'll do the other side. So find your tabletop, hands directly underneath your shoulders, spread the fingers wide. Nice deep breath in, belly button pulls in for support. Opposite leg, as you exhale, kick your left leg either up, pressing your heel back, toes pointed down, or drop the toes and have that long leg stretch. Either way, engage the core. Inhale, opposite leg, right arm comes up, bicep by your ears. Plug the shoulder back into the socket. Lengthen through the spine, through the crown, the top of your head, and bring it back down to tabletop. Let's press it into a child's pose. Your knees can come out wide. Your toes maybe touch, maybe don't. That's okay. Forehead can come to a block, to a blanket, or your mat. Variations on the shoulders. Maybe your arms come behind and rest on the back of your hips. That's if your shoulders are squawking at you in any way. You find your child's pose and take 2 deep breaths here. Ujjayi, close the mouth in and out through the nose. Check in. Notice how you feeling, how you breathing. There's no right or wrong in this answer. It's just connecting with you. You can stay here and work on connecting with the breath if you wish to move on. Let's go back to tabletop. Good. Now we're going to create a series of twists today in gratitude and detoxification. So from tabletop here, let's just take one downward dog. We won't do too many today. This is an all levels class. So you can stay in tabletop if you wish. If you'd like to roll your toes under and press into the balls of your feet, press into your hands and lift your hips as you straighten your legs. Exhale. Drop your ears between your biceps. Heels come flat onto the mat. Maybe you walk the dog by bending one knee at a time, feeling the length and the stretch through your calves and your hamstrings, lower back. Maybe you soften your neck and you drop your head. Shake it yes, shake it no. And then find your stillness. Let's come up on our toes. Coming up on your toes, pressing into the balls of your feet. And then bend your knees, press your chest into your thighs. Keeping your hips lifted, it's a little hover here. And then lengthen the legs, press your heels down. Shake it out, let it go. Good. Now, if you're in tabletop, you're doing just great. We're just going to start off with the right foot. Coming into a low lunge here, we'll just build on. So if you're in tabletop, just bring your right foot to your right thumb. If you're in downward dog, maybe you reach that right leg up. You can even open up the hip, bend the knee, stack the hip. But we all meet in low lunge, bending the left knee down, bringing the right foot to the right hand, and then coming up. Nice. Good job. So level your hips for a minute. We've been here before. I love a nice all levels where we build, we add on. But again, this is for you. So if this is where you need to be, this is it. It's awesome. You're doing great. What I'd like you to do is place your hands on your hips. See if you can just slightly press the right hip back as you pull the left hip forward. Just finding your hips level to the short spot of the top of your mat. And then bring your arms down by your sides. Pull your shoulder blades together and maybe you roll your thumbs back here. Good. If you wish, you can interlace your hands behind your back, pulling down through the knuckles as you open up the chest. Maybe you even look up, chin up. Wherever you are, let's slowly come back, bringing hands onto the hips. Look at your right foot. Make sure that your right knee is directly over your right ankle. And allow for the knee to draw out instead of drawing in. That opens up through the hips. As you inhale your arms up. Biceps by your ears. If you want to back bend, exhale, bring your arms to a cactus like a goalpost. Fingertips out wide. Shoulder blades connect in the back and a little bit of a look up as you draw the weight into the front leg. One more breath here, just opening up, finding your balance. Pull the belly button in and then bring your hands back. Maybe you place them on your right thigh. Good. How you doing? You doing okay? Let's find a little bit more stretch before we move on. So as we did this little back bend, then maybe we just heel toe our feet forward. Lovely half splits here. Lengthening through the right leg. Your hands can come down to a block. They can come down to support the outer edges of the knee. And if you wish a deeper stretch, pull your toes back. Finding flexion, allowing the protection of your knees. Maybe you even drop your forehead to meet your knee. Level your hips. Take a nice deep breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Let anything go that comes up. Inhale. See if you can feel the breath through the back of your rib cage, maybe even the sides of your ribs. And deepen this exhale, let it go. Expanding with new breath, you're releasing old stagnant energy. And when you're ready, your inhale can bend your right knee so much so that you plant your foot. Again, you might feel that extra strength and length through the hip. Level your hips. Take a nice deep breath in and cleansing exhale out. Now bringing yourself back so that your knees are feeling comfortable. If you're feeling any pressure on the knees, you can certainly roll your mat under or find a blanket or support. And then from here, hands on your thighs, finding your balance, hands come to your heart. Inhale, lift your chest. We're going to revolve here, and exhale, draw the opposite elbow, left elbow, right knee. Try to keep your hands at your heart center and then rotate through the rib cage. Maybe you look up. One more breath here. If you wish, you can extend the arms and fly. Slowly coming back. Everyone's hands meet at the heart before rotating back to center. Awesome job. Plant your hands and allow for the left toes to dial under. Nice. Take a nice deep breath here, and now you're in a high lunge. Pull your shoulders back. Good. One more breath here. Only if you wish, hands come to the heart center. Now you're in a high lunge here. Knees should be directly over the ankles, pressing through the back leg. Lift your chest. And again, we're going to revolve into our twist. Use your Ujjayi breath. Press through the back heel. Right shoulder pulls back. Rotating the ribs up. Maybe your arms stretch as you fly here for 3, 2, 1. Coming back, hands to heart center. Planting your hand and stepping your feet back. Finding the downward facing dog as you pedal it out. Shake your head, yes or no. Nice deep breath in. There's an option for a vinyasa flow. If that is in your practice, here's your cue. Otherwise, just pedal it out. Find your breath and drop your head. Let it hang heavy. Shake it yes or no. Soften through the jaw. We'll all meet in downward dog here. Or if you wish in tabletop, find it now. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the nose. Find that slight constriction. Notice any warming or cooling. Good. Slowly, if you were in tabletop, maybe you just draw your left foot to your left thumb. In downward dog, kick the left leg back. Maybe you bend your knee, stack your hip, open through the hips if you wish. We all meet in a low lunge here on the left side. Bending the back leg, finding your hips level. We're going to start with creating solid foundation. So the first thing that we want to find is where we're level, how we feel balanced. Maybe you need to spread the toes out wide. Notice if your knee is directly over your ankle, that will create a stackable support. And then with your hands on your hips, again, just utilize a slight rotation. As you draw your right hip forward, maybe you just let your hands pull your left hip back just slightly, getting your hips level to the short square front of your mat. Nice. From here, you can bring your arms out. This is a beautiful way to open through the chest, fingertips spread wide.
Thumbs can pull back. You might even find shoulder blades pulling down your back here. If you'd like to extend that, then your hands can come behind you, finding the interlace and lengthening your arms down your back as you open through the shoulders and the collarbone, that is. Inhale and come back, allowing your hands to come back through center. You're doing a great job. So here's that lunge. Inhale, arms can come up. Biceps by your ears, rotate the pinkies in. Exhale, cactus. Your elbows come out to 90 degrees. Elbows are level with your shoulders. Shoulder blades pulling down and back. Nice deep breath. Maybe you even look up, chin up. You can bring the weight into the left thigh if you wish. Nice job here. Full back bend. Slowly and gently bringing your weight back. Hands can come down onto your thighs. Nice. If you did so on the other side, then maybe you'd like a little heel toe in that half split here. Evening out from side to side might look different, but allow for full support because we're working on balance. Again, if your knee starts to squawk here, take a time and roll the mat over just once or maybe twice. Maybe you'd use a blanket, whatever you need for the support. If you'd like to deepen, pull your left toes back towards your face, finding that you feel the stretch either through hamstrings or calves. You can stay here, nice flat back, or exhale and draw your chest closer to your thigh, letting your forehead come down towards your nose. Nice deep breaths as you soften your jaw and shoulder, breathing in and out through your nose. Soften your jaw and your eyes. Just check in. Notice if you tensed up anywhere. Release any judgment. Just notice. You are the one who controls and can choose if you want to let go or if you want to hold on. It's your moment. When you're ready, bend your left knee so much so that you plant your feet. You're going to feel that stretchy stretch through your hips, through your hip flexor. So maybe you bring your hands up. Maybe you feel that connection or the opening through the hip. You only have one more here. And then coming down. Lastly, we're going to revolve, creating that twist, creating the detox. So make sure, again, your left heel is underneath your left knee. Inhale and come back up. Low lunge. Hands first on your hips to find that level hip. Inhale, bring your hands to your heart center. As you pull your chest up towards the ceiling, creating more rotation through the ribs, exhale, opposite elbow to opposite knee. So now we have our right elbow to left knee. Try to bring your hands into your heart center. And if you wish, then you can rotate your rib cage up towards the ceiling. If you feel balanced, open up the arms. Try to fly. 2, 1. Good job. Hands come back to the heart first. We all rotate back to center. Nice deep breath in. Plant your hands to frame your left foot. Dial your right toes under as you pop the right leg back. Find the support. Maybe you step your foot up. Nice deep breath here. Arms come up. Hands come to the heart center. Finding this rotation through the high lunge here. Inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale and rotate. Right elbow, left knee. Finding that full rotation. Press through your heels. Inhale and reach the arms. Hold it here for 3. You got it. 2 and 1. Hands come to your heart first. Slow rotation. Plant your hands. Take a nice deep breath here. This is a lunge. Feel the length through your spine. Just like when we were doing the stretches in our tabletop position, notice the length all the way to the crown of your head. And press into your hands. Stepping your feet back, you can find downward dog or bend the knees and come all the way down into a tabletop as you sway through the hips, allowing the spine to feel some fluidity. Nice deep breath in. And a cleansing exhale out. Good job. Slowly and gently walk yourself to the middle of the mat. Nice. I'd like your feet to come out as wide as the mat itself, if that's possible. And then bend your knees so much so that when you bend your knees, you feel the sides of your ribs. And let your head drop. If you wish, you can grab our opposite elbows. Slight bend in the knees. If it feels good, maybe you just sway from side to side. Maybe you drop your head, yes or no. I'd like you to check in right here and see where you feel any stiffness. Releasing any judgment, just notice if you can soften, maybe by bending of the joints a little. Or maybe you can just soften the muscles and your judgments. And focus on your breathing, in and out through your nose. One more breath here, just letting the back go. Finding the blood is flowing, reversing, and oxygenizing. We're going to still create those twists here, finding the detox. So as you bend your knees, plant your hands underneath your face. Let your right hand come under your nose. Bend your right knee so much so that you feel the connection between your thigh, maybe your elbow, your bicep. Now from here, if it feels comfortable and you can, maybe you lift your left arm up. Looking up at your fingertips allows for a rotation through the ribs. If you wish, you can bind, so you can bend at the elbow and bring the hand to the lower part of your hips. A slow release. If you took that bind, we'll all bring our left hand down. Take a moment to sway from side to side. If you grab opposite elbows, they refer to this as a rag doll. Maybe if you grab hands or wrists, it's elephant, trunk. When that feels good and you've released all of the engagement, lower back through shoulders, place your left hand underneath your nose. Bend your left knee so much so that you first feel that connection between arm and leg, and then inhale right arm up. You can look up at your fingertips. That allows a slight rotation, but keep your neck long, your shoulders away from your ears. If you took a bind on the other side, see if you can bend at the elbow. Placing the hand on the back of your hip might rotate the rib cage up towards the ceiling. Slow release as you straighten the arm and bringing both hands down. Nice deep breath in. Heel toe your feet together. Notice your lower back. If it is feeling a little sensitive, keep your feet 2 fist distance. If your back feels comfortable, bring your feet all the way together. We're going to do a set of swinging armchair release so that it allows any extra angst, any tension, any stress to release out your body, giving you an opportunity to feel a little lighter, feel a little freer. So when you're ready, bring your hands to your thighs or your shins. Half lift. So inhale and flatten your back, lifting up halfway. You're looking at the top of your mat as your shoulders pull down towards your hips. As you exhale, releasing, let your stomach come close to your thigh, let your head drop long. Good. Now I'd like you to bend your knees so much so like you were going to sit in a chair. But not just my chair or your chair, but this little toddler chair in the very far back in the room. And then when you're ready, take a nice deep breath and bring your hands once more to your heart center. Good. So bring your shoulders over your hips. Your knees are either together or your feet are hip width apart. It's about you, not me. So take a nice deep breath in and bend and sink your hips a little bit lower. Inhale, right elbow to the left knee. Here we're going to rotate again. If you wish, you can open up your arms. One more breath here. Slowly bring your hands back to your heart. Return back to center and let your fingertips touch your toes. Lengthen the leg and take a nice forward fold. Maybe you pedal it out. Maybe you shake your head yes or no. Maybe just find stillness. I know a lot of people bounce. Maybe a sway would be a little bit better and a little more helpful to keep your body feeling gentle, allowing it to go deeper. And then find your stillness. Let's take a half lift. Stretch through the back. Hands on your shins or thighs. So you're halfway lifting. Your shoulders pull away down towards your hips as you feel the energy coming through the top of your head, looking to the top of your mat. Exhale into your forward fold. You know where we're going, so bend the knees so much so you're creating this chair. This is awesome for your thighs, for your tuchus, for your lower back. Inhale, bring your arms up, but only to your heart center. Sit up nice and tall. Pull your shoulders, stack them over your hips, and then sink a little lower. Maybe you bring the weight into your heels. As you inhale, lift, give a little expansion through the chest. Opposite elbow, now left elbow, right knee. As you inhale, rotate through the rib cage, and if you wish and you feel balanced, then fly on this side too. Notice where you can feel expansion, where you can breathe and feel length. And when you're ready, bring your hands back down to the heart, rotating forward and releasing into a forward fold. Shake it out, let it go. Head, neck, let it be heavy. Hips, heels. Find a little bit of fluidity as we're coming in to our sweeps. So when you're ready, I've got two versions for you. All right, so we're going to take a low or a high lunge. So let's go ahead and start with our right foot first. Now from here, maybe just step it back. So when you step your left foot back, you can come into a low lunge. Now notice if this low lunge feels good. If you want to stay here, if you feel balanced and rooted, great. If you're looking for a little bit more of a challenge, and you want to come into a high lunge, then take a moment. Just take a moment and notice as you come into that high lunge, can you feel your hips stacked? Are you feeling strong? Wherever you decide to breathe, wherever you decide to be, please bring your hands to the heart center. And here we go. We're going to take some sweeps. So just follow along with me. We'll do 3 in its entirety on each side. You ready? Nice inhale, lift, and exhale, sweep your arms back. Inhale, we're going to lift all the way up, crescent lunge. And exhale, we're going to sweep, let our chest come forward, fingertips back. Inhale, feel any sort of vibration through the fingertips. And exhale, let it go, open mouth. Finding your way back to your lunge. Take a nice deep breath here. And then step it back, finding your way to tabletop or downward facing dog. Shake it yes, shake it no. Last side, here's the peak. Either in low or high lunge. Left leg is the last leg. So if you're in downward dog, lift left leg back and up. If you're in tabletop, just bring the left foot to the left. Finding the exact same pose on either side. Allow your hips to level. Hands come to the heart. Nice deep breath in. As you exhale, chest comes forward, fingertips back. Inhale, sweep all of your thoughts, emotions up through the fingertips. And exhale, sweep it out, let it go. One more time. Inhale, lengthen through the fingertips, through chest. And exhale, sweep it out, let it go. Find your way back to the lunge of your choice. And then all the way down. Off of the knees and onto your hips. As we find our cool down. So take a moment here. Get yourself nice and settled. Root into your hips. Place your hands on the earth. You can put your peace fingers down or you can place your hands, close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in.
Cleansing exhale through the nose. Just check in. Notice how you feel. Finding our seated position. Coming into another twist here. So let's go ahead and take our right knee and bring it up and over the left thigh. Flexing the left toes to support them, or if you wish, bending at the left toes and bringing them towards the hip. Sitting up nice and tall, you can stay here. Or maybe you bring your left hand behind you like a kickstand and inhale and draw your right arm over and around towards your shin. This creates a way for you to increase the twist. But note, sitting up straight rather than leaning backward will help to keep the vertebrae aligned. As you inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, twist. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Slowly and gently releasing onto the other side. Left foot over the right. Flexing your toe here or bringing it back towards the hip, your choice. Settle into your sits bones. Sit here, giving yourself a hug, or maybe now the right hand comes behind, allowing for the left hand to come around, increasing the twist as you inhale and lengthen each vertebra, exhaling and wringing out the toxins. One more, sit up nice and tall and inhale. As you exhale, deepen your twist. A slow and gentle release. Finding your way into a butterfly. Maybe your feet touch. They don't have to come close to your hips. Just take a nice deep breath as you sit up nice and tall. And then allow for the hinge at the hips as you fold forward. Maybe your fingertips touch your toes. Maybe your forehead comes down to your heels. Maybe you just roll into yourself. Release any judgment. Take a nice deep breath in. Where can you soften in your facial muscles, your neck? As you exhale, where can you let go any tension? Inhale and slowly come back up. And as we finalize, we will roll down onto our mat. Taking up as much room as we possibly can. Allow your toes to flop out to the sides as you soften your ankles and your calves. Slight bend in your knees to release the quads. Let your hips and your shoulders get even closer to the mat as they grow heavy. And if you're having a hard time just reuniting and connecting the breath and mind and body, always allow yourself to place one hand on your heart and one on your abdomen or rib cage. Letting your mind catch the wave of your breath. And fluctuating with the ebb and the flow. Let your shoulders and your neck get heavy. As your thoughts and your judgments are light. I invite you to close down your eyes as I keep my eyes on the time for us all. Focusing solely on letting go and holding on. Finding the balance and gratitude. Connecting with your own source of life. Notice again what you hear around you, maybe outside of the room. And you deepen your breath. Invite your mind to absorb what you hear inside of the room. Checking in to see what's up for you in this moment. And choosing now as the only moment and letting go of things that weigh you down and holding on to the things that keep you light. You may stay in your resting as long as you wish. But if you'd like to end your practice with me, just bring gentle movements between fingertips and toes. Extending rotations through wrists or ankles. And finally reaching up and overhead as you strengthen and lengthen the legs and limbs. Open and close your hands. Point and flex your toes. And bend your elbows and knees as you roll over onto your preferred side. Letting your bicep cradle your head, letting your hips and your shoulders and heels stack. Take 2 breaths here. Just notice the air you feel around you. The connection, the support of the earth beneath you. When you're ready, place a hand down in front, finding leverage as you exhale to press yourself up to a seated and comfortable position. No need to hurry or race. Once you're ready and feeling stable, bring your hands to your knees, your thighs, or maybe where they began. Let your chin rest into your chest as you notice once more the sensation of your shoulders coming away from your ears. Take a nice breath in through the nose. And a cleansing exhale out and through the toes. May you take with you what was comfortable, what felt natural, and what you're grateful for. And leave behind any weight, any judgment, any feelings that you no longer wish to carry with you. These are your choices in this moment. It is for you, your connection, breath, body, and mind. Until we meet again, I wish you a very wonderful day, a pleasant and calm week. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for being a part of our Comeback Yoga community. Thank you for being a part of my smack dab in the middle hump day on Wednesdays. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.